Hi, Callum here. Today I'm going to walk you through how to set up a brand new Google Ads account. A little bit about me. So I've spent over £14 million on Google Ads running campaigns for a number of different businesses. So let's get started. First thing you want to do is head over to ads.google.com and you'll navigate over to this page. One thing to note is that Google very often is running special offers for brand new accounts. So here in the UK currently, if you spend £400, you get a free £400. I know in the US and Europe, you'll very often see very similar types of promotions. But what you want to do here is you want to hit on Start Now and let it load. And you'll be presented with this page. You won't see all of this stuff. This is essentially other accounts that I'm helping manage. But what you want to do here is go down to New Google Ads account, and you'll be presented with this screen. One really important thing to note is do not switch to expert mode, because if you do, then you'll lose the special offer. So it's worthwhile going through all of these steps in the kind of express mode. So first thing you need to do is enter your business name, quite simple, and then hit next. Then put in your website URL and hit next. And Google will start scanning your website and it will pull it up in a nice screenshot like this, and hit next. And here you want to set up your main advertising goal. So for my website, the main thing I want to do is drive leads. So people will arrive on my website, fill out a form, and then we'll track that as our main conversion action. You can also select things like calls and various other sort of advertising goals. But one thing to note is that you will be able to track multiple different conversions once you set up the account. So you will be able to set up leads and calls at the same time. So just set up the main one that you want to track at the minute, which normally will be website sales or leads. And now Google will start the process of walking you through their kind of express mode. So here basically Google will start pulling through lots of different headlines and descriptions. As I said previously, it's important you do this so that you get the free credit. So just kind of what I recommend doing is kind of going through this process pretty quickly, hitting next, and then once you get into the actual account, you'll be able to set up a campaign from scratch with all the right settings, etc., which I'll also be able to walk you through. So in this stage, just kind of go through it and just keep going, keep hitting next, and kind of accepting all of Google's recommendations. Here again, we've got kind of a few example keywords that Google is recommending. Again, just keep hitting next. Location, all good. Budget, sounds good. And at this stage, it's just kind of going through and saying, this is what you've set up. Do you agree? Sounds good. Next. And finally here, as you can see, the offer has been applied. So at this stage, what you want to do is just put in some of your personal detail, business details, payment details. And once you hit next and set up, you'll be taken over to your main account section. At this stage, you'll still be in the kind of express mode. So one thing you want to do is once you go into the account is go up into the settings and hit switch to expert mode. Now that you're in expert mode, what you want to do is go ahead and pause that campaign that you built in the express mode by simply going down here and hitting pause, and that campaign won't spend any money. Now, number one thing you need to do as soon as you've created the account is set up conversion tracking. Without conversion tracking, you have no idea which campaign, which keyword, which ad is actually generating a conversion. And also Google Ads is completely blind to where the value is in your account. So without conversion tracking set up, Google Ads won't be able to optimize and use its AI and machine learning to improve your cost per action or your return on ad spend. So number one thing you need to do is go over to tools and settings, measurement and conversions, and go to new conversion action. And here you'll have multiple different options to set up your conversion tracking. So one thing you can do is import a conversion from Google Analytics. So if you have events set up in GA, you can simply import those. You can also track phone calls. So if somebody lands on your website and they call your business, you can also track those. You can also do things like app installs and in-app actions. And then kind of the main one that people will be using is the website conversion. So if we click on that, you simply need to go ahead and put in your website and hit scan. And now Google will give you the option of setting up a conversion action on your website. So the most simple way of setting up a conversion action is by having a page load event. And this will be kind of, for example, somebody clicks on an ad, lands on the website, fill out a form, and then they get redirected to a thank you page. And that's where you fire the conversion action and tell Google, this is where I want you to measure and count a conversion action. So to do that, simply you click a conversion goal. This is just kind of a categorization, so you can add in submit lead form, page load event, and then you would add in the thank you page as the URL. So in my case, it'll just be thank you, and you'll go ahead and add that, and then you just hit save and continue. And now that conversion action has been all set up on the website and will now be tracking the thank you page load event. Now that your account is fully set up and you've got the conversion tracking in place, the next thing you need to do is go ahead and do your keyword research. This is where you'll identify the keywords that people are typing in which are relevant to your business. And there's a few different steps to do this. The main one is using a tool called Keyword Planner. And I've created a full video, which you can click right here. And there I'll talk you through the whole process of finding those keywords, how to structure them, where to put them into, which campaigns, which ad groups, etc. So yeah, I'll see you there.